Who do you have to be when you grow up as a child? Who do you have to please in order to get attention when you grow up as a child? All these patterns and subconscious memories, it determines how you walk through your adult life, how you interact with other people, and how we all somehow pleasing others unconsciously. The big consciousness, awareness for many of the people who's awakened, especially after 2020, the external world, the media, the politics, the news is so divide us. And many people are not agree with each other. And many people are angry at each other on certain topics. And people are disagree on many level of different things. This is all because many people awaken and break the pattern of people pleasing. People pleasing can be coming from attachment. Like I mentioned, as a child, we unconsciously want adults' attention, and we have to act and be a certain way in order to get the attention or to be favored by the adults, to getting what you want, right? Let's say if you want some toys, candies, we're a child, we have to act certain ways, we have to do certain things in order to please the adults to give us what we want. That is rooted in our subconscious. When we are growing up, maybe starting school, we have to do the same thing. We have to fulfill what the teacher wants, and we have to be a good student. We have to get a good grade in order to get their attention, get their love, get their approval at the same time. When you interact with your friends in school from first grade all the way to sixth grade, and if you want to have a large friend group, then you have to act certain way and talk certain way, or even dress up the certain way to be accepted in that certain friend group. Otherwise, you'll be outcast. Otherwise, you'll be considered strange, weird, nerdy, or weird kid, right? So all these layers of validations and approval that build in our subconscious, and we are unconsciously carry these patterns, these identities, and these attachment into our adulthood. So when we are in our career, our workplace, we're doing the same thing. We have to fulfill, we have to make sure that our boss is happy, make sure everything is taken care, so we get recognized, right? We get approval, we get validation, we get promotions. So that is all a reflection from people pleasing, because our society is telling us we have to be certain ways, do certain things in order to be labeled as successful. That means you have to please people in order for people to recognize you, to see you as a successful person. Back in the days when I grew up, when I moved to the States with my family, my first 10 years in the state, we were living in Orange County, California. In California, many different pockets of cities and towns and community, and every pocket is different. So Orange County is considered a wealthy, rich area. So by me growing up in that environment, every friends that I have, their family background was doctor, dentist, lawyer, all these successful family background. In this high school that I went to, they even developed pop stars in my country, or even K-pops. So as you can see, a lot of pressure growing up in that environment, in that city. You have to keep up. You have to, in order to keep up, you build up this survival mechanism so that you automatically get validation. You have to keep up the image in order for you to be long and fit into a friends of circle. So that's what I did. my family background wasn't that fancy or luxury. We're just average middle class. So in order for me to fit into my friend circle back in the days, I had to act certain ways. So I remember I was more of a funny person. So I tried to be funny. I tried to make people laugh all the time. And that was my character in our friend circle. I always be the funny person. And that's made me survive in my friend circle all the way till college. But in the middle of the college, people are starting growing up, outgrown, and have different life perspective, and people can start seeing you're different from everybody else. So I slowly feel that way myself as well. So I actually left Orange County and I moved to southern LA County, like Long Beach area. After I moved to Long Beach, I carry that same pattern, same attachment, same subconscious belief into another new friends circle. So at the time, I got myself involved into a community, and I don't know anyone, of course, in the beginning, but I start building on my friends just by doing certain things to make everybody happy. That's also like people pleasing in a way. And in this group, I was kind of accidentally became somewhat well known by doing a lot of different activities, events, and hosting different kind of events to make friends. Over time, they kind of gave me the role of an activist in the community. And that at first I was like, wow. So eventually, so automatically I got the approval, that validation from that community. So in the beginning, I was like exciting, happy, and I also made movies and just, again, try to keep up that image, right? To survive in that circle of friends, that community. And I was an introvert person right before I moved to Long Beach. So in a scene, in a party scene, in a large social scene, I have to become a person who's extrovert. So the way I did it was go to the bar and have some drinks to make myself more outgoing in a way. So that's what I did. Over time, after a couple of years, I start feeling the pressure. I start feeling stress because somehow my body is telling me this is not who you are. This is not you. It's starting make me feel depressed and made me feel the pressure of keeping up this image in order to survive this character that I create for myself. I was trying to be inspired of other people, become a person who's able to help other people, and a person who can provide different solutions for other people. So the people pleasing, I automatically attract a lot of takers because I start just giving and without stopping and just without even have any boundaries in a sense. At the same time, actually, because of persona in the community, I start attracting bad people as well, bad intention people try to take advantage of me at the same time. So in a way, I attract takers. And that really put me in a very bad situation, in a very bad spot on top of the pressure, the stress I have. After my last relationship, when I broke up with my ex, that was the first breaking point. That was like people start showing their true face, true color to me because I was depressed, I was sad, I was broken in a way. So I wasn't able to perform that character as a provider, as a people pleasing, as a giver, as an inspiring person anymore. So people just kind of walk away in a sense. All right. So that was the first time I was experiencing that. But at the same time, I was still naive in a sense. I was still thinking and believe that, okay, once I get over this hump, I'm able to just go back to normal. So that was my thinking. And after the recovering year, I got myself into real estate. I got my license. And once again, that was another survival mechanism that, of course, I enjoy and love helping people in real estate business, of course. But the root cause of me getting the license is also try to please and get validation from my ex actually and try to get approval and validation from people in my community and try to regain that following, regain that of approval, that validation. So that's what I did, and COVID came along, then everything changed again. The COVID lockdown made me realize the societal programming. The lockdown made me have a societal awakening. Another breaking point for me to break free from people pleasing. Okay, so that was 6 years ago. The reason I'm sharing my own story is for you to reflect on your own journey. I'm sure you, if you're watching this video, you are somehow awakened in your reality, and you might run into similar situation with your friends, families, or even co-workers. And at the same time, it can be lonely, it can be confused. So this past 6 years, I've been through a lot ever since the societal awakening in 2020. And in 2022, my mom crossed over. And from that, many of other friends also crossed over throughout the past 4 5 years. And it's devastating for me. But at the same time, I see through it, I'm now aware the people-pleasing patterns that I've been carrying all this time, all my life, since growing up, went to school in Orange County, and then into this community. All this time, I'm carrying this pattern unconsciously, and this attachment of wanting to get approval and wanting to have people validate and recognize me as a person. So I've been carrying this persona, this character for so long. Okay, today I'm happy to share and to express that I'm no longer doing that. I am expressing myself freely. I'm letting it go. All those traumas, past trauma, all the people pleasing, all the approvals that I needed, and the lack of being my true self. So on the flip side, when I start expressing myself, my old friends in the community starting have the, what I call it, backfire, pushback. Okay. Of course, these people, I do understand that people are a reflection of our consciousness, and every other people that we encounter is us pushed out. Once you, or in my case, when I have those awakenings, societal awakening, and at first spiritual awakening, and onto the second spiritual awakening, my consciousness expands. My level of consciousness and awareness went up. My frequency also changed. In this way, the people that I encounter will also reflect that, which means even other people are a reflection of my own consciousness, and that was a past reflection that's still lingering around even today, right now, in the present moment. And if I fight for it, then I bring my consciousness back down. I bring my frequency back down. And if I react or respond to those past reflection of other people, then my energy will also drain. My frequency will lower. That's what I realized. The only way for me to protect my energy is to let go of those people, those those people who's not aligned with my current energy. And that's okay, because once you letting go of people pleasing, then you will encounter this phase of people pushing back. When you start expressing your true self and expressing yourself after the awakening, then you start feel the freedom, because even though people start disliking you, you will truly feel the freedom in your reality. You will feel the peace, and you're not performing or playing any character anymore for those other people that you are encounter. At the same time, those reflection of other people will stay in their field, their frequency, and that's all okay, because they have their own journey to deal with, and also they still want to keep their survival mode, right? Let's say the community can see they're still playing a character in a certain way just to survive in that environment, just to be liked, to be approved, to be recognized in that environment, that community, which is all okay, because when you're outgrown from your space and time, people who's not aligned to you will fade away, and you will join a new set of friends that's aligned with your current frequency, vibrations, and energy. I want to hear your stories. If you can relate to any of this, please leave your story and experience in the comment. And make another video about people, other people. If you haven't watched it, click here. You can subscribe to this channel right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.